The situation at the hospital where Jungkook is being treated grew even more tense as BTS members and his family arrived together. They entered the hospital with visibly anxious face, accompanied by private security teams, ensuring no one from outside could get close. Security was further tightened, and the atmosphere became increasingly restricted, fueling speculation among the media. And the public gathered outside. Luxury vehicles were seen pulling up to the back entrance of the hospital, avoiding the crowd of fans and reporters waiting for updates. Every movement was heavily guarded, and the entrances were sealed tightly. No official statements were made by the hospital or Jungkook's management, deepening the mystery and unease surrounding the situation outside. The crowd continued to grow. Fans remained calm, but the worry was evident on their faces. The banners and messages of support they carried now shifted top prayers and hopes for Jungkook's recovery. Yet the silence from the hospital only added to the sense of unease. What exactly was happening inside? Reporters stationed at the scene tried to gather information, but found themselves blocked at every turn. Some attempted to use their connections to obtain details, but all efforts led to the same response: no comment. Even the usually friendly hospital staff avoided answering any questions, further intensifying the air of mystery surrounding the case. Meanwhile, rumors began circulating on social media. Some speculated that Jungkook's condition had worsened, while others believed that new discoveries in the investigation had escalated the situation. However, without any official confirmation, these theories only heightened the tension among fans and the public inside the hospital. The atmosphere was reported to be extremely private. The medical team worked with extraordinary precision, maintaining confidentiality and ensuring no information was leaked. The room where Jungkook was being treated was entirely isolated, with access granted only to a select few with special authorization. Even internal hospital communications were carefully monitored, creating an environment shrouded in secrecy. The arrival of BTS members and Jungkook's family only deepened the public's curiosity. Why were they all there at the same time? What had happened to bring them together at this critical moment? With their faces showing tension and raw emotion, the world could only speculate about what was unfolding behind the hospital's closed doors. As of now, the world waits in anticipation, waiting for answers from the hospital, the management, or anyone who can shed light on the situation. But the silence only amplifies the tension, leaving everyone to wonder what is really happening to Jungkook. As the hours passed, the tension surrounding the hospital only intensified. The strict security measures, the arrival of Jungkook's family and BTS members, and the deafening silence from officials created an almost unbearable atmosphere of suspense. The growing crowd outside, consisting of fans, reporters, and curious onlookers, could do nothing but wait for any shred of information to break through the ironclad wall of secrecy. Inside the hospital, the level of confidentiality was unparalleled. Even regular hospital staff were limited in their movements, with some being reassigned to different areas to minimize the risk of information leaks. Rumors swirled among the few who were allowed near Jungkook's ward, but no one dared speak publicly. Every action, every movement was meticulously monitored. The heightened security extended to other floors of the hospital. Surveillance cameras were checked hourly, and guards patrolled the halls with unwavering focus. The level of caution seemed almost excessive, prompting whispers of a potential threat. Why else would the hospital need this degree of protection? Outside, social media exploded with speculation. Some fans claimed to have inside sources spreading unverified stories about Jungkook's condition. Others pointed to the arrival of military officials earlier in the day as evidence that the poisoning incident might be part of something far more sinister. Hashtags like Jung Save Jungkook and Darned What Happened to Jungkook trended worldwide, with fans demanding answers and justice. Despite the lack of official updates, the presence of Jungkook's bandmates added a layer of emotional weight to the situation. Known for their close bond, their sudden appearance at the hospital hinted at the gravity of the situation. Witnesses described their expressions as somber and deeply concerned, stark contrast to their usual demeanor. Whatever was happening inside, it was clear that it was serious enough to bring them all together in this moment of crisis. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the investigation into the poisoning continued at full force. Law enforcement and military officials were seen entering and leaving the hospital, discreetly sparking even more questions. Were they there to deliver news to the family? Had there been a breakthrough? In the case, the lack of communication only fueled the fire of public curiosity and concern amidst the chaos. The hospital staff remained professional and dedicated. The medical team assigned to Jungkook's care worked tirelessly, their focus unshaken despite the mounting pressure. Every test, every procedure was handled with the utmost precision. Knowing the world was watching and waiting for the outcome as night fell, the crowd outside the hospital grew quieter, but no less vigilant. Candles were lit by fans holding silent vigils, their faces illuminated by soft flickering light. The sight was both heartbreaking and inspiring, a testament to the deep connection between Jungkook and his supporters. Still no answers came. The silence was deafening, the mystery impenetrable inside the hospital. The tension was palpable every moment, stretching endlessly as the world held its breath while what was happening behind those heavily guarded doors. And why did it feel like something much bigger was unfolding? As dawn broke over the hospital, the atmosphere remained heavy with tension. The crowd outside, though quieter, had not thinned. Fans refused to leave, their faces etched with determination and worry. The flickering candles from their overnight vigil continued to burn, symbolizing their unwavering hope for Jungkook's recovery. Inside, the situation was equally intense. Additional layers of security were implemented overnight, with even stricter access protocols. Medical staff entering Jungkook's wing were now required to undergo multiple identity checks, and personal belongings were searched thoroughly. The already restricted hospital environment was transformed into an impenetrable fortress, fueling speculation about what had prompted this extreme level of caution. The few staff members who were permitted access to Jungkook's room moved swiftly and silently, their faces giving away nothing. Every interaction with his medical team was closely monitored, and all communications were encrypted. To prevent leaks, whatever was happening behind those closed doors, it was clear that the stakes were higher than anyone had anticipated. Meanwhile, the arrival of military officials the previous day had not gone unnoticed. Speculation swirled about their involvement, with some suggesting that they were coordinating efforts to secure Jungkook's safety following the poisoning incident. Others theorized that new evidence had surfaced, potentially implicating individuals in positions of power outside the hospital. The media frenzy intensified. Reporters camped out on sidewalks, desperately trying to piece together the fragmented details of the unfolding story. The lack of official updates only heightened their determination to uncover the truth. Microphones and cameras pointed toward the hospital, capturing the unchanging facade of a building that now symbolized secrecy and unanswered questions. Social media, too, remained ablaze with activity. Fans from around the world shared theories, prayers, and messages of support. Under trending hashtags, some pointed to the emotional expressions of BTS members as evidence that something monumental was happening. Others dissected the timing of